Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Wow, this is stupid. Hello, hello. All right, now it works. Hello, hello, hello. All right, but am I on? That's the question. Am I good? I wonder. All right. I'm making a big fancy FM radio here. Let's see. I have to use my microscope just to see what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Looks like I gotta put this, lay these things out, figure out what I'm gonna put on. Got a little power, couple of power things, speaker. Where's that chip that they're talking about? Is that this guy? Yeah, it's this guy. That belongs on here. So learn to solder. Figured it'd be interesting. Just me putting a chip on. Also watching this guy talk about a thermal camera that he's using. What is this? KISS Analog, low cost thermal camera by Kai Weitz. And I'm watching his video. I'll probably end up watching Booters too, just because I'm bored. So let's see. We got the dot. Where's the dot? You could barely see those instructions. The chip is a concave. I see a dot, I guess. Let's see. UC3. Doesn't really, can't really see it. But I assume that dot's on the top right. Looks like top right. I'm not sure. Looks like it goes like this, if I'm not mistaken. I guess if it's wrong, I'm gonna kind of know. Let me make this a little closer so you could see it. There we go. Ah, let's fire this thing back on. It's like step one and I'm getting stuck on already. I don't know what temperature to use. I assume under 430. Probably gonna go with like 360. Board doesn't seem really that thick. Although actually seems pretty thick. Wick up my tin up my iron here. There we go. Tinned up iron. I guess they don't really want you to use I could use paste. That would be interesting, I guess. Let's see. Paste has everything built in. I just want to try it. See how it goes. For tinning these things up. Using shortcuts already. Step one. There we go. Tinned up with paste. I'll just clean my paste off. Let's just tin this whole freaking board while I'm at it. That would be interesting, I guess. Tinned up with paste. Try it again. Paste works really well for that. I don't, I'm gonna iron this on. I'm probably gonna use a much smaller iron, much smaller tip. Just looking to get this thing started. Step one, if I move on to step two, maybe that would be good. Like, I'm so tempted to use my hot air just to blast it on. Where's my flux? Where's my flux? Oh, anybody around today? Flux it up. Use my finger because I just want to get one of these started. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's one. Try to get the opposite side. I think I did two. Should probably put it down. Get a pair of tweezers that so I won't burn myself. Can't do anything right. Come on, tweezers. Work with me. There we go. There we go. Since I use paste, it's slow melt, so that worked pretty well. Hopefully it's the right way. I should put a different tip on my concentric. Something a little bigger would be nicer. Hey Mel, what's going on, bud? Making a clock. Doing very important work. Very important. Just want to make sure that this is actually down. Probably use more flux. A little more flux. Get my solder on my tip. I used paste already, so. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not enough flux? Huh, it's not pulling away. think I'm gonna have to take that off. That's weird. Thought it would. It's the only one that's stuck on there for some reason. Well, it is learned to solder, so kind of makes sense. Oh, there's no pin there. I'm off. Shoot. I've already screwed up. It's only step one. And I'm already I'm already screwed up. Oh my God. I guess I gotta somehow take the solder off now. Only me I would screw up on literal step one. I should have used my microscope or something. I'm awful pin. That's why it was bunched up over there. I think I'm just gonna cheat a little, use a hot air station because I can. Yeah, I screwed up this thing. I'm gonna fix it though. Low heat. I'll fix it. I should have just whatever. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I was slightly off on this thing and I didn't realize it. I'll end up popcorning the board and then this project will be dead. Come on. All right. Come on. There we go. Now it looks better. Like I said, I'll end up popcorning the board and then the project will be done. So now I could solder it on officially. I'm pretty sure it's soldered on already, but I kind of screwed it up and I feeling bad about it. So definitely not my best moment screwing up on literal step one. I'm gonna do better now. Swear. It's much better. It's much better. Mm, That's much, much better. Oh yeah. Feeling good now. Feeling good. Oh yeah, that's almost perfect. That's much better. Clean up my mess that I caused and move on to step number two, which is somewhere over here. All right. Step number two. What are you saying? Welding radio module corresponding crystal oscillator screen printing direction. I guess that's, if I'm going to go this way, it's that, right? What's the green thing? Somewhere over here. Gotta be a, looks like it's supposed to be green, but I don't see a green module. I don't see a green module anywhere. Where is this part? Hey, Squish. I'm looking for a part that I'm not sure if it exists or not. This one here. What does that look like in big form? I put everything out here, so I don't see that. See a button. Let's see that. Oh, here it is. It is here. And so how do I get this guy on? Just put that way? No, probably not that way. Trying to get rid of this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to turn on my lights. Maybe then I could see. So it looks like it goes up, but I can't. Yeah, looks like it goes up this way. So that's probably right. I'll just tack it on real quick. Should I use some paste on this thing? It worked so well earlier. No, I'm just going to tack it on. I really screwed up the one earlier. I had to go back and and heat it off. All right, there's that. Let's see. Just using light solder, and I'll fill it in after I get the thing the right way. Pretty sure that's maybe has to move down a little tiny bit. Yeah, that's good. Learning to solder, boys. Learning to solder. This is a weird one. There's no actual pins. It's kind of embarrassing if you've been doing soldering for a while. But I guess this is where I should have started at the basics instead of moving on to the hard stuff. There we go. A little flux goes a long way. Probably it says don't use flux or something, but whatever. I'm gonna use flux. I'm gonna use what I use. If you screw it up, you kind of gotta hot air it off because you got so many parts on. But all right, I mean that looks pretty good for somebody that doesn't know how to solder, such as myself. Maybe maybe use a little touch up right there on the second one here. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. I'm making a radio. Yeah, I'm making a digital radio. Very exciting. It's my exciting project after work today. And I figured there's really literally nobody else on. And then Booter came on, which whatever. He's he's on for hours. So I said, you know what? It's a good time to make a radio. It's pretty nice, I think. It's all making a connection. All good. Let's move on to step number 3, which is uh what is that part? It says a voltage stabilizer chip is soldered in the corresponding direction. So stabilizer meaning, yeah, not really quite a rectifier, but I don't know what they call a stabilizer chip. Let's see if I could find it. That's the drawback is finding these things that they say you got to solder on. Uh, I did not too much today. Today was a watching stocks day, I guess. Voltage regulator. What does this look like? This thing. Looks, um, oh, here it is. Got it. It's right here, right in front of my face. So again, we'll just put this on, tack it on real quick from the XX solder that's probably still on my wick here. No, nothing. Just tap some solder on. Tap some solder on. All right, that's very hot on my fingers. Probably not good. All right, let me line this up. Oh, I just knocked it off. That's just me being me. All right, let's do that first. I swear I know how to solder. All right, that's that. Get some good old flux on here a little bit. Grab my wick, my solder, tap it in. Tap, tap, and tap, and tap. Tap again. Oops, too much. Too much. It must be a ground plane because that's kind of weird. I could either make the other ones look bad or that one look good. Let me get this one on. I guess the ground would be a. Where would the ground plane be? It's a good question. Usually it's in the middle on those. So it's a good question where that ground plane will be. All right, that's good. Good enough. It'd be the worst radio ever, but whatever. Step number 4 is insert the resistance corresponding to the resistance value according to the screen printing on the welding. Insert the resistance corresponding to the resistance value according to the screen printing welding. What? I, I don't I don't remember. I don't even know what language that is. All right, so somehow I'm supposed to see this and figure out which resistor goes to the resistor to the corresponding value of the resistance of the corresponding value. Uh, yeah, I mean, how would let's see, what did they give you? They give you figures, two different bands of resistors. One has for 8 of them, so I assume that's what they're talking about, the eight. But and then I guess it's me. Okay, so it's on here, right? What? There's 1K resistors over here. I don't know which one the 1K is, and then there's 10K resistors over here. Let's see, and we could do by like how many I could find, type of thing. Let's see if there's four 1K resistors, and that's five. This is five. This is seven, and I'm seeing one, two, three, four. One, two, three, four 10K resistors. One, two, three, four, five 1K resistors on this board. There's another one, six. I guess I have to figure out which one the 1K resistor is. Probably if I knew the banding color, but I don't know that. I'm fucking, I'm a screen printing guy. I look at screen prints to figure out what's what. Um, this is embarrassing. I don't, this is embarrassing. I don't know screen color. Anybody know what a 1K resistor looks like versus a 10K resistor? I got a couple of each here. Now let's skip past that. I'm going to skip past that and come back to the resistors because I suck at that. Hopefully I could just do the resistors later. It looks like I probably can. All right. Insert the resistance corresponding to, let me move on. I'm going to move on past the resistors. I don't know if it's the same kit I got, but solder. Oh, this is something I could definitely do. Solder a 2P Android micro power interface. So that's just a DC looking chip there. Could be. It's not that. It's definitely not these two buttons. DC interface. Would that be like a switch? Is that what they're talking about? It could be it. I don't know. DC interface though. Doesn't those are switches, those are caps. You know what a cap looks like. You know what those look like. There's this guy. I don't think that's this guy. That's looks very earphone-ish. Uh, let's see. I don't see anything that looks like that. Usually I would have found it by now. It's a little screw, 3M package for no reason. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to look like. I know where it goes. This guy. Um, I don't know what it looks like. DC, DC interface. I have a bunch of parts, but nothing that looks like that. That's a headphone jack, clearly. I was thinking maybe it was this, but that's definitely not it, because that's too many. That looks like it goes like over here, actually. Should I just start soldering parts in that I think they're where they go? No, that's probably a bad idea. Let's see, I got that chip there. Yeah, can't find that anywhere. There's no parts here that even look like that. Maybe in this other package? No, not in that other package. Could it be they gypped me apart? I feel like I've been gypped. DC interface. Transistor right there. So I got transistors, I got caps, I got a red LED, I got other smaller caps, but I don't have anything that looks like a DC. I'm gonna freaking start welding stuff in that I think goes like that definitely goes there. I'm just gonna put that in. I'm gonna go off the rails for a second. Just start putting stuff and this is pretty much the way I expected it to go. But I'm gonna put like stuff that I clearly know what goes. That's clearly where it goes. So I'm just gonna put that in. I'm not gonna wire it. I'm not gonna weld it all the way up, but I'm definitely gonna get rid of some parts here. All right, so that's getting rid of that one. So I got 100 UF cap there. So let's see, I could put that 100 UF cap in, and there's a plus, and it's the negative. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in, get that in. It's going off the rails. I kind of knew it would. I'm not great with instructions, so you know, like JFix, like he's probably really good with instructions. I am not. I'm just gonna start jamming things in when I know, then I know where they go. Let's see, C plus 4. So I got 100 UF down there, positive, negative. It goes here like that. Plop that in, and instruction is plop that in. Where's my 100 UF? That's way too big. Well, actually, that says one. What does that say? One. That says 100 UF too. Is that 100 UF? What did he say? Oh, these are wrong. Okay, I put one of them. I put one incorrect one in there. So let's see. Put that in there. Pop this in there. I'll just leave a little room as I'm putting stuff in. Let's see. Put this chip probably goes in here after I get the thing done. Let's see. There's a C3 1UF. I believe that's this guy. Capacitor 3, 1UF, that's this guy. My positives here, my negatives here, so plop that in. Let's see, got a transistor here. What is this? Look at me, I'm going. I'm flowing through this thing. Let's see, got this here, got that there. There's this potentiometer dealie, probably goes right here, I'd imagine. Potentiometer there's only three things in there, so I'm just going to plop that in. And then when I'm done, I'm going to figure out what I did wrong, and then have to I'm going to have to redo it all. Let's see, 10K resistor. I got to move past the resistors. What are these here? V plus and V negative. That's It's weird. So I got this guy. It probably goes right here. Yeah, for sure. That goes right there. I got this switch here that most likely goes right here. And plop that right here. By the way, this is all because I couldn't find the part, if you remember. So um, that's about where it's about what happens when I do with instructions. Let's see. I got this thing, which is a SB550D31. So let's see, where would that go? SB three three legs, three legs, three legs. It's a ground. Three legs. I got something with three legs. Where did those go? I should probably weld these in a little, just to tack them in. Let's see. Let me tack these in. Tack that in. I'm off the rails again. Tack that in. Should be called learn to follow instructions, not learn to solder. Soldering part I'm okay with. It's following the instructions part that I'm lackluster at. It's either going to work or it's not, right? Probably not. I'll be the only guy who failed at a kid's radio. I don't know how much room to give those capacitors, but I'm just gonna give them a little breathing room. Just a little bit of room. After I'm done, I gotta get to actually tacking these things in for reals. Anybody ever else make these things? Yeah, I gave him probably a little too much breathing room, but you know, probably not even enough to fit in the. Ooh, that was a lot of breathing room right there. Not too much still. Too much still. And that seems about right. Maybe. That seems about right. That's where I want them, I think. I don't have enough solder. Can't believe I'm using good solder on this. Speaking of that, does it come with solder? I guess not. My guess is it doesn't come with solder. I didn't see solder, so I assume it doesn't. There we go. I could learn the solder, but I can't learn basic electronics like uh, color codes for resistors. It's my oven, is my iron off or something? Because all of a sudden I got no more heat. There it goes. All right. So maybe a little bit much on that one too. I'm gonna say that's good. Yeah. I think that's looking good, right? Good enough. Take more solder. Take you. See where I solder that thing here, right there, and right there. I just want to get a little more solder in here so these things don't fall out. This one's a, all right. All right, so far so good, right? That's what I got so far. Not following instructions at all. So I have these transistors with three legs that I'm not 100% sure where they go. I got 20, R20. Usually, wouldn't it be marked? Ground, positive, CP, 1K. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure where those go. Tension R is a 10K right there. What is this S? What is this S stuff? Seems important to me. S. And I got R right there for resistor. Yeah, I'm not sure where these go. Yeah, maybe I gotta look at the instrucciones. Ah, yeah, right. Weld 1U lying down and 100U lying down. What? 850 transistor. Okay. So the transistors go somewhere over here and below the clock. Oh, three legs. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Which way did they go? Which way did they go? Oh, there's a half a moon. Thank God. Thank God for screen printing. There's a half moon here, so I know which way they go. Like, how am I supposed to have kids and be like, yeah, you should follow instructions, and I don't do it myself? So, God, this is a tight fit. These are a pain in the ass to get to. Ah, there we go. I assume no room on those. Oh, let me put my soldering iron away because I'm sitting there holding it out like a reject. like I'm going to solder something at any second. So, those are pain in the balls to get in. Maybe spread the legs a little bit. That's what she said. It would be a miracle if this thing works. Come on. All right. Anybody else doing this? I would say don't follow the instructions, but that's probably not a good idea. I'm sure it's going to bite me in the ass in a bit. It's getting these goddamn three legs in. Such a pain in the ass. Where's my other one? Uh-oh. I know I'm supposed to have four. Four transistors. I don't. I definitely don't have one unless it's attached to my arm or something. Did I drop it on the ground? No. Although I did drop this on the ground, but that's all right. So definitely missing those. The one of these guys. Or is that a different type? No, they're all the same type. Seems like I'm just missing it. Figure it would be on my desk somewhere. In here, maybe. In there, no. In the bottom, no. Huh. Where do I get one of those? Definitely do not have it. It's not in the box, right? Not in the box. No. Uh-oh. This could be a disaster. I don't have one of those. Can I pull it off of a PS5 board? Because I have plenty of those. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, nope. So maybe it was attached to the cheap ass speaker, but no dice on that. Huh. I don't see where that is. I cannot find that one piece. That's this guy. And I know there's supposed to be four. I think I'm going to move on and just kind of halfway weld these in. And then move on to the buttons and stuff. And maybe that'll show up. I don't think it will, though. I'm pretty sure it's not here. Wow, my iron is set at 450, probably way too high for this. No, I don't think it's set high enough. My solder is definitely not flowing anymore. Yikes. This one's bad. I'm not really too happy with it here. If I could get it out, that would be nice. Or at least get it straight would be nice. Come on. Heating it up too much. Well, I guess it's gonna have to stay like that because it's about all I got. That was a little embarrassing. Dainty fingers. This last one's pretty embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. Uh, well, it is what it is. All right, onward and upward. So now you got these buttons, right? That clearly go in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and weld these buttons in. And I say weld because that's what they use. I'm gonna solder these buttons in. Oops. Why can't I find all the buttons? I can't find all the transistors. One at a time, probably. Grab some solder. I wonder if some paste would work good here. Maybe. Probably. Get one button, two button. I just don't want to screw the buttons up because those you can't really recover from. If they look bad, I think they're going to be seen. That's two. Get in there, buttons. As I say that, I'm totally crooked on one of them. All right, this button. Trying to straighten the button I kind of screwed up. Okay, it's straight now. And one last button. Gonna have to go over all the solder joints again, but and buttons there. I'm gonna put them in totally. Hmm. Hmm. Buttons. Buttons. Grab some more solder. Where's my buttons? Right there. I guess I could use some flux, but they seem to be flowing without. So I'm going to be okay without. That looks factory right there. Certainly burned through a lot of solder on these things. Better than factory. Dave's unbranded. Yeah, you burn through. Definitely burning through solder. Oh, update on the PS5 that the guy threw across the room. It's all working. The only thing that is not working on it is the fan. I need a new fan. So that's pretty exciting. Uh, that's the guy who claimed, "Oh, I just dropped it. I dropped it behind the counter," and the thing was literally bent. So I was able to get that working because I guess the case shorted out one of the fuses, and I just noticed that there was a there was a short on the fuse. No, there wasn't a short actually. The short was gone because the fuse was blown. But once they get fixed the fuse, it was actually good. Once I fixed the fuse, I didn't even have to do a short. It was fine the way it was. So that was good. That guy's broke though, of course, like all customers lately, and you know, probably likely not to get money for that repair. So that's why I'm making radios, because business sucks. Oh, I got a nice bridge there. Probably want to fix that. Look at that. Look at that bridge. It's exciting. Look at that bridge. It's not bridged anymore. It just doesn't look good. It's not bridged. Yeah, I'm going to be fixing and selling small radio. Oh, I forgot to do that one too. I'm going to be selling small radios to randomized school children for a living. I can't believe how much solder you burn through. Like I definitely did not expect to go through as much as I did. I've gone through more solder on this thing than probably fixing 16 PS5s. And I say PS5s because that's my thing. I like fixing PS5s. So these buttons go on here. These little. Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. I have four of those. And I get bend that out of the way. I guess this chip goes in here somewhere. Which way I don't know. There's a mark on here. I don't see a mark on that. There's 1 through 8. Where's the mark for 1? That's 1. So it must go here. Must go like this. Oh, I didn't even solder that in yet. Now let me solder that in first before I go plopping chips in there. That would probably make sense. So yeah, I don't want to come back when I sell this radio to the general public. So exciting. I wish I could find that one transistor though. I don't know if this is going to work without it. As a matter of fact, I would say probably not, right? I mean, probably made to have a certain amount of power and probably will not work without it. And I don't have exactly other kits I could rip it out of, like donor kits. So I don't know how I'm going to, I don't really know how I'm going to fix that. All right, now that's in. Back to putting that stupid thing in. 1 through 8. Let's see, there's pins on the thing. It's like 1 through 8. Usually they mark the pin, they mark the number 1 pin usually. It's not really clear. Yeah, there's a little marking there. So that probably goes, yeah, probably goes this way. Hey, remind me if it doesn't work. It's probably that missing component or this thing. Oh, that went horrible. Oops. I missed. I missed. Let's see. Put that in. Would help if they give you an actual chip that wasn't bent already. All right, that's in. That's in. This is in. Everything's pretty tight. What am I missing? A bunch of resistors still. I'm missing one of these transistors. So that's probably going to be a non. I should probably clip all these things because they're kind of in the way and or annoying. More annoying than in the way, I think. Let's clip them. Clip, clippy, clippy. All right. Those are clipped. And these things are clipped. There we go. Ooh. Oh, just rip that thing through. That did not solder well. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Yeah, something happened to that pad. It's just ripped through. It's not sticking. There it goes. There we go. That's better. Actually, it's not better. I kind of feel like I need flux on it. Something about that just doesn't feel right. There we go. That's better-ish. It's better. What if this thing doesn't work? I don't even know how I'm going to troubleshoot. I just assume go back to the instructions I didn't follow. Anybody around that knows transistor color codes? I wonder if they're written on the instructions somewhere. Let's see. No. Although it does say 4 transistors here. It's not the case. Unless, like I said, unless I got it attached to me somewhere. I'll have to get up and check, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Inline resistors 10K, R16, R2, R3, R4, R5. So the labeling, but that doesn't really help me because I don't know the labeling. Hey, what's up, Charles? I'm looking for somebody that knows what they're doing with resistors because I do not know resistor color codes. It's telling me, put the 10K here and put the thing in there. And then I'm like, well, I don't know what a 10K resistor is because I never actually had basic electronics. I just kind of fix things. So I don't know what a 10K transistor is versus a 1K transistor. Oh, I missed a spot. Definitely missed one. Mm, good, 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 good. 10K transistors. These are 104 something or other. So those obviously go here, but I don't know which. I don't think there's a way. I don't think there's actually like a direction for these guys because they're What are they? Caps, right? Yeah. Those are those little orange guys. I think they're caps because they're marked C. So that probably means cap. I'm kidding. It means cap. Kidding. I'm kidding. It's just very small. Small caps. Small cap funds. Now we're talking about stocks. C 104. So that goes there. I got one more. Where does that go? C, 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 C. Three. Oh, here, right here. All right. That's my, those four are taken care of. I'm just going to welt those in real quick. Take some of my fancy solder and do a little welking, a little welk. Oh, I just dropped one on my fingers. So that probably needs to be replaced. Where'd that come from? Drop you, motherfucker. Only I could incorporate cursing into a radio installation. All right, let's get the rest of those in, like like they mean it, like they're gonna stay there. And last one, second to last one, I meant. And boop. Okay, so four of those guys are in there. This is starting to look good. Starting to look complete. But I am missing that one, so that's kind of bad. I feel like that's definitely going to be a stopping point. I have a lot of these, which I'm assuming are 10K resistors, because if I count up the 10Ks, they're pretty significant on here. Although the 1Ks are too. Let's see. I got 10Ks right here for four of them. One, two, three, four of them. Then I got all these here, which I'm 100% sure is this one right here. One, two, four, five, six, seven, eight. And I got one, two, three, four, five, six. There, I mean, it just makes sense that those go there. So that's that. And I got these guys, 10K. Probably these are 10K. But then I also have 1Ks right here. So these could be 10, could be 1. I have to find out what the code is for 10 versus 1. What the hell the difference would be. I think the ones with the more bands, the orange and then the red, I think those are 10K, and then these other ones are the 1K. But somebody could correct me, I'm sure. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's put all these in since we know where they go. Right? We know where they go. I wonder if I should do it like this or lay them flat. Do like fancy or just lay them flat. See how they would look better. I'm sure the instructions probably say what they should do. But I am going to do what I want to do and lay them like this. Yeah, I think that's the way. I think that's the way I would do it if I was making the instructions like that. That's the way I would do it. Yeah. If I was to be making these instructions for kids to follow, I would make them I would make them put them in like this. Actually, the harder thing would be not to follow the instructions, right? Resistors don't have a direction right now. Yeah. Although I should probably put them all the same way, but they don't have a necessary direction. Come on. I just want it to look good. Now, I think it looks pretty good right now. I mean, the caps could be a little straighter, but whatever. You know, we're not being graded on. We're not being graded on it, right? Things could be a little better. I wonder if that guy who threw his PlayStation across is watching my stream right now. You're an embarrassment. Just want to tell you that you're an embarrassment to all of us. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Oh, that's this guy. All right. I was going to say, like, it does say resistor. Imagine I made that type of mistake. That would be fun. If I did, I would just give up because there'd be no coming back from having to desolder all these pins. I'm about to like, I mean, technically, they could have just made all these resistors have one post. I'm just gonna solder bridge this whole entire row without flux. That way it looks really bad, but functional, you know? Guy told me he was playing uh, the new NBA 2K6 and he raged through his PS5 Slim and this is the fan for it. So, yeah. Currently looking for a PS5 Slim fan and I don't want to pay for a new one because I don't think he has the money to pay for a new one. So I don't have any. I have PS5 Fats, and I have plenty of fans for those. Oh, by the way, I sent out Rusty's power supply today, so that's out the door on its way. If you're listening, Russ, what seems odd? The fact that I'm making a radio on a stream and I have nothing else to do, or the fact that I don't follow any instructions whatsoever, and I really haven't since I've been young. I'm just not the instruction type of guy. Or the fact that that guy winged his PlayStation across the room and broke it into a million pieces. The fact that I have no fan for that particular model because I don't do a lot of slims. You know, I mean, there's a lot of things here. Oh, you could bridge them. What the hell's the difference? They're all coming from the same plane. I'm not going to, but I mean, you could if you wanted to. Steady hands McGee over here. Steady as she does it. The only thing that sucks about doing it this way is they're a little harder to clip, I guess. Hey, why is that happening? Why is that happening? Not getting the heat on the pad. All right, that's that. That did come up too. I don't know why. I just had to fix that. I didn't want to. I didn't want to have an embarrassing thing there. I want them all to be. I want all these resistors to look uniform. Oh no, they're not either. Ow, that's burning my skin. It's burning my finger. All right, now are they uniform? Not really. Are they good enough? I guess. I don't know. It's like the one thing you definitely see. All right, now they're good. They look pretty good now. I'm not as ashamed of them. The solder's really not making its way through that much, though, huh? Thought thought the solder would make its way through a little better. Come on, goddamn it! Should I play music? Get myself copyrighted so no one ever sees this embarrassing clock radio ever again. It's like the perfect way to do it if you have a video you kind of doing shitty at, and you're like, oh, let me just put some copyrighted music in so that way no one ever sees it. I'm trying to make more content so I could get on JFix's list of his channel list of people that are to up and comers to watch. Trying to get on that list. So embarrassing that I couldn't get on that list. Not even a thought. It wasn't even a side thought. I was like, oh, it's channels to watch. It's nice, JFix. I'm like, oh, I'm not actually on it. Probably you know why. Goddamn. Because I suck in business and in actual content creation. I just wish I had more work to do. But even like the one yesterday, it was kind of sucky because I fixed it in 2 seconds and I didn't even get a chance to stream it. And I was like, damn, that would have probably made an okay stream. And like my clickbait title yesterday is actually doing quite well. It's got over 100 and something views. But that was just clickbait and I didn't really accomplish anything. I kind of sucked up the joint, as a matter of fact, yesterday. Did absolutely nothing with that. I mean, I got the port off with a lot of damage and definitely was not getting that thing back on. So I'm thinking the next time maybe propane torch or like a little butane torch or something. Gotta be able to do something with like household stuff that you might have laying around. Gotta be a way. Got to be a way. Oh, that's all right, man. I'm just fucking with you. I mean, I didn't actually expect it to be on anybody's list. Maybe when my content gets better or whatever. Like I need I need more shorts and stuff. There's so much to building a channel than just fucking yeah. There's a lot to it. I try to keep the lives I do pretty short because like who's gonna watch a 3 hour long video if it's unless it's live at the time you're gonna watch it. You're probably not gonna watch it otherwise. All right, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Pretty nice. Oh, I didn't. Did I not do this one in? Oh, I didn't do the legs. Okay. Let me do that too. Let me do that while I'm at it. I say, why is the power button so freaking? I should probably use a little flux on the power button since since that actually does get used a lot, as much as this radio is going to get used. I'm going to use it every day. Ew. Look at that, sucked right in. Get more solder in there. Get those legs like an HDMI port. So I was doing I remember I was doing a live stream last week and I was like talking about being a New York City EMT and some of the shittiest calls I had, you know. But then there was a lot of sitting around time when you're in New York when you're an EMT in the fire. Like I was in the fire department. Yeah, FDNY. It was like right before 9/11. Thankfully, I didn't. I left in 98 or 99 and 9/11 was what 2002. So I missed it, which was great because I would have been there and I would have hated that. I would have hated that for sure. Um, but I was in Brooklyn. I was right over that bridge that goes into the World Trade Center. Nice and close. I was posted, and I probably would have been over there in that on that morning because I worked kind of that shift. Um, so probably would have had a hard time. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I didn't work that shift. I worked 6 to 2, but they were calling everybody in. I had a bunch of friends that I went to the academy with that ended up down there, and yeah, it must have been. My brother ended up there, and it's funny because he was down there in the bucket brigade, which was he was doing. He was hauling like bucket after bucket of little material out to try to find victims or whatnot, and sucking in all that crap. So he's got to go every once in a while. He's got to go get a physical, even though they fired him a short time later for smoking weed. He's still got to go get physicals because he inhaled so much shit. Now they don't fire you for smoking weed, but back then, they would fire you for smoking weed. Now it's just a thing. I wonder which way this one is, up or down. Let's see. It's got to be down, right? Stick that in. No, I'm not going to stick that in yet. I'm gonna weld this thing on. So yeah, he was down there. I had some. I was happy to be out of that job. At that time, I was working in the wireless, started working in the wireless industry, and much better decision in my life than working the crappy New York City EMS. I feel bad for the people that were still there, or maybe that I knew. I guess they would be retired by now and living off a very meager paycheck. But you know, they're the job just sucked. Like every morning, every time I would go in, I'd be like, I would have those butterflies, like when you hate to do something, you get those butterflies. Um, kind of like making a clock radio. Not a radio. This is not a radio. I mean, this is a radio. It's not a clock radio. Um, yeah, just picture like the worst job you ever had. That's pretty much how I felt working for the New York City Fire Department EMS was. Just a really crappy job where you would sit around for most of the time in a truck, like uncomfortable as hell. And then all of a sudden you'd be like, spring to action. You got to do CPR on this person. Like, are you fucking for real? Or you're in the middle of a traffic accident or something. They're trying to, everybody's yelling at you for something or other. Oh, help my whatever. It's like, bro, I just got out of the truck. Give me a second to assess the situation. I'm sure some of you other people that were EMTs maybe in your life could kind of agree. Maybe you had some type of something in the medical industry where people relied on you all of a sudden. Uh, it wasn't fun. It was not cool. And like you see like stuff happening to babies, and you know you make a wrong decision. It's curtains for somebody. It's difficult job. I feel for anybody that has to do it, and it still makes me sad thinking about those stories. Like I swear to God, the very first day on that job, it didn't take long. The very first day, I knew I made the wrong choice because I had to watch a 6-year-old pass away. So when you if that happens on your first day, you probably made the wrong career choice. Probably. Um, I don't know what some of you. I know JFix does. He's in the wireless industry as well. I don't know what Squish does. I feel like Squish just watches. I feel like he's like a security guard or something and watches a lot of YouTube and likes the live streams because he gets to like talk to people. So my feeling is Squish probably works alone. Oh, 1K transistors. That's so I got that in. Now I'm looking for the 1K. Anybody tell me which one of these guys is 1K and which one is 10K? You know there's a 9K difference, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for which one is which. So which one is this one, for example? Which one is that? Test. Oh shit! You're right. Fucking retard. See, I am stupid. I'm like, which one is which? Test it. That makes perfect sense now. Am I on ohms mode? No. Let me get on ohms. Which one is which? That's right, man. Test it. All right, 969. So that's 1K, and this should be the corresponding 10K, right? Come on, man. That one, this one should be the 10K if that one's the 1K. Why am I not getting anything? Uh, okay. Did I hit? Oh, I must have hit the wrong button. I don't remember hitting the button. Just went to. Why is it going to continuity? That's weird. So I'm on ohms mode. No, it keeps skipping past ohms mode and going right into continuity for some reason. Why is it doing that? Why does my meter suck? What the hell is going on? Is it my meter or is it me? Let me try to reset it. That's interesting. I can't get a reading out of these resistors. I'm about to use the fluke and give up on that. Where's the fluke? It's just so much a better of a meter. Ohms mode. All right. 9 and 20, 10K. All right. That's better. I guess I just needed to reset. So here's the 10K. Put those in. I'm sure some of you more astute electronics people knew it was a 10K by the banding, but thank you, Squish. That makes perfect sense. Test them. Test them, and you shall see. Oops. Test them. Let them be. I don't know about you, but I think this radio is starting to look pretty good, almost like a radio. I'm still missing that piece that made me go off of that DC jack. So that's the reason why I went off the rails and started putting things in the not following the instructions because I got annoyed that I couldn't find something. And I also am still missing one of these transistors. I don't know where to. I'm not going to so sure where I'm going to get one of those. It's not like I have a stash of transistors laying around. So yeah, it's going to be weird. There's my 10Ks all in there. Fold these in. Boop, boop. Thanks, Squish. Though that was a good tip. I like it. And then there's probably one more 10K around here somewhere. There's a 1K right there. Somewhere around here. Oh, I still can't find this piece. So I might be missing other pieces. I might just friggin' I guess that's this, actually. There was something I couldn't find that I just went off the rails. So it doesn't take much to get me to go off the rails, if I'm being quite honest. Uh, just throw a little adversity my way, and I'm probably going to start doing stuff like this. That's got to be fixed. This third one in is horrible looking. There we go. Yeah, it's better. Let me get these on. So yeah, I can't find. There's one more spot for a 10K, but I can't. I don't know where it is. But I could get the 1Ks in. I could get the 10Ks in. 40s in. I'm not using Flux. I'm just using Flux Core. So seems to be working. No reason. No reason to reinvent the wheel if it works, right? There we go. These 10Ks are in. That first one's kind of embarrassing looking. All right, it's better, 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 better. 1Ks are going to go in now. That's these guys, according to the meter, according to the crappy meter. Let's see, 68.5. No, that wasn't something. I'll make sure here. This 4K. Oh, there it goes. It took a while to get to 1K. I don't know. Something about the speed of that meter is just a little concerning sometimes. Like I go on 12 volts and it doesn't really want to come right up. Like it takes a second to get there. It's kind of annoying. Oh, it's my wife. Hold on. It's honestly a good thing she called because I totally forgot. Oh man. So I gotta pick up my daughter at school and then drop her off at the Girl Scouts. And me being me, I got involved in a clock radio, or not a clock radio, just a radio. And then completely forgot about that. But thankfully, she's running a little behind, my daughter anyway. And I don't have to have a good memory because my wife called me. Aha, awesome. All right, there's my one case. And I got one more here. I think it goes there. Guess that has some, and then there's something else. It says D1. Oh, that's got to be the diode. All right. Oh, LED. I should put that in. Two. This way I could put that in. Put these apart. And that's good. And then I got one diode light. This thing's almost together. What are you kidding me? What are you kidding me? Diode light. Should probably make that out a little bit. And I got one more 10K. I'm sure goes somewhere in this vicinity, but I'm not sure where it goes. So let me get this diode in. Let me get those 1Ks in. I just want to make sure that diode's kind of straight and gives me a little room. There we go. Perfect. Not really perfect, but good enough. Good enough for an FM radio. Put that in. Put you in. Put you in. Let's see. Probably don't cause a bridge between these. Would probably be a good idea. And let's see. 1Ks. Get some solder in those. Oh, they're taking a lot of solder. Those holes are huge. Jesus. Jeez. Gotta go get some kratom later. That would be good. That's my favorite. My favorite pastime. Oh, that's so close to my finger. All right, 1Ks are in, 10Ks are in, diodes in. Still missing that guy. Chip. I don't know which way it goes, but we should probably get this in a little better than number one. It's a little high. All right. It was just a bit high. Yeah, so was the last one. Mm. Ow, I just hit my finger with this hot soldering iron. Not good. Like I said, anybody that's doing electronics gets burned on a semi-daily. Yeah, it's got to be the way it goes. I feel confident. What do you want, Cat? What do you want? Man, this chip is the little chip was a pain in the ass to get in. This is going to be way worse. Bend them in a little. This is going to be. I bet you in the instructions, there's probably something about this chip being a pain in the ass, and you should probably put it in before you put the damn thing in, or I don't know, just something stupid like that. Probably. I just got to bend all these in. I'm sure that's what they want you to do. It's got to be, right? It's like fucking 32 pins on this thing. I got to fit them all in at the same time. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. How's a 6-year old supposed to do this? Ah, I think I got. No, I don't. No, I definitely don't. Maybe. I mean, it's close, but yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I probably should have did something different on this thing. I'm gonna break this thing. It's 2 seconds. These all these pins are bending. Uh, I had trouble getting that little one in, so I don't even know what to do on this one. All right, there we go. It's never coming out. Oh, yeah, Symboltech. I figured Symboltech is going to know what the color code of a. I mean, he's a traditionally trained electronics guy. I mean, we're all the other of us are just you know kind of guesswork type of thing. I don't know. I don't know because I never. I guess I probably should have started there before I started fixing stuff. But sometimes you fix stuff first and then you learn the basics later. So I don't know. Does it make my life any more difficult by not knowing what the color code for a resistor is? Actually, the fact that Squish told me to test it was genius because I wasn't even thinking that. So, yes, fucking pins are getting in my way. The traditionally, the traditional electronics guys probably, exactly love our guesswork, but it is what it is. Some of us, some of us do, and some of us teach. I'm just kidding. Uh, One day I'll learn it. I'll learn the basics. I promise. I'll learn why a capacitor is a certain rating compared to another capacitor that's not. Like why they used 100 UF on that one, and then they went to 1 UF on the last one. I guess they're stacking capacitance, right? What am I going to do about that resistor? that's not the transistor that's missing, that type of thing. Stuff that I should really learn, that type of stuff. Hey, do you know Simple Tech? Do you know where I could get one of these guys from PS5 somewhere? It's a transistor. It says, what does it say on it? SB550, I believe. I wish I could fix that first one. It's really annoying me. Like it's honestly just needs to go down a little. It's annoying the crap out of me. It's still annoying the crap out of me. Come on. All right, what am I worrying? I'm worrying about that. I can't even find the last one. All right, so what do we got here? Got a giant mess. We got one 10K resistor left, and I got this clock still. And I'm not so sure if it's up or down. U7. It either goes like this, and then it doesn't matter. It's got to matter, right? Like one way is right and one way is wrong, I bet. I don't know. There's no real marking on it, except on the bottom. It's 3 6. I bet you it probably tells you somewhere. Insert resistance corresponding. No, let's see. Da, 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 da. Did you? Oh, here's the thing. 3641 red 4-bit digital blue turbo micro switch in corresponding direction. What's the corresponding direction? Letters down, maybe? Let's see. Hmm, I don't know. Digits have a decimal place. Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's I wasn't even looking at that. I'm an idiot sometimes. But yeah, the digits definitely have a decimal place. I'm like looking at it and I'm like, how could I tell? How does this boy with no brain, how does he tell what he's doing? Like the scarecrow. If I only had a brain. Coming out good though. Coming out good. I might even be able to turn this on. Nope. Solder is not flowing at all on that board. There it goes. Nope. Odd. It might be a grounding because it did not want to flow onto that pin for some reason. I use all my solder, even the little pieces. There we go. Look at that. Should we throw some power in it? No, I'm sure I got to do one more thing, right? Let's see. Got that guy. These capacitors. Supposed to lay this one down, I guess. Whatever. I'll lay it down. Do whatever it says. Um, Missing that still. Cut those legs off. Got to ground the transmit, the receive here. What is that for? Is that for the speaker? Maybe? Yeah, probably is a speaker. No, grounding. What is that for? I got these two wires here. Let's just light it up with 12 volts and see what happens. Just kidding, not 12 volts. He's probably. What's the ground and RX and then transmit and VCC? What is that for? Is that for the USB possibly? Probably. Where is that? I swear I looked on the floor and I cannot find it. So I'm gonna stand up, shake a little. Got a lot of pins on the floor, but I don't see that particular piece. I didn't move either, so I know what you're saying, but I looked for that early and I didn't find it. No, I know that's the most logical location is on the floor. I did find a little screw that I was not looking for. Yeah, in my general area, I do not see it. So, what to do? You think it probably won't work without it, right? Probably needs a certain amount of power. Huh. What if I take a pin from another one and just kind of, that's a diode. Found the diode on the floor that I was not looking for. Yeah, I don't know where to find a transistor like that. You know what? I do have a car radio here that possibly has one. But it's more solid state than that. I don't think I'm gonna find one on that thing. On this thing. Yeah, I don't see one. I think it's a little too I think it's a little too new. It's like a Hyundai car radio or something. Can you not jump it? Can you not jump it? That's what I'm asking. Can I jump it? Can I share these across the, I mean, they're going to a resistor and then back out to that. So I don't know. These are all very good questions. I don't know enough to be dangerous. That looks like it feeds power to something. So yeah, let me look again. I cannot believe that I cannot find this stupid part. And I don't think it's, I just don't think I got it. 10K transistor. Stupid stuff that I cannot find. It's not under my desk. Yeah, I don't know what to do without it. Um, it's very kind of annoying, I guess. It's not in here. And I got the buttons. I got this. I got that. I got I got this guy. Aren't I supposed to have a USB? Didn't I see a USB something or other before too? Thought I saw something that had USB on it. Oh, this guy came with the kit. If this guy comes with the kit, then why don't I have a USB connector on this thing? So I'm missing that part too. Seems like I'm missing parts. A USB connector. I got the antenna. Yeah, because I think the USB connector is supposed to be over here. I could only tell because I'll have to look at the directions. Uh, PCB, Android micro USB power cord. There should be a micro USB connector on it too. Precision ceramic, blah blah blah. Double-sided two-way battery, Android micro power cord. Where the hell would the power go? Oh, here. Android micro power interface one. And I definitely do not have that power interface either. I'm checking the chat. Say what you want to say because I have to, like, whatever, trying to look at that and trying to follow the chat. It's impossible. What are we trying to say? Cannot jump the transistor. I know that already. Is that the hole for the fuse at the bottom? The hole for the fuse. Oh, this guy? Oh, it is my 10K transistor. That's no, it's a missing 10K transistor that I forgot to put in. But that's all right. We could do that real quick. I assume you meant this. Minor thing, but so we got the battery thing right there. Could probably hook the battery thing up. And do not have the USB thing. So that probably, maybe that's an option. Kidding. Is it possible that the transistor has something to do with the USB and this is not a USB kit? Just thinking. Just thinking out loud. Do I not have a USB kit? Because if you think about it, there's the ground, there's everything for the USB, and then maybe that goes down. Trying to follow. I'm not too sure. But there's definitely a spot for an extra thing there. I guess I could hook up the battery posts, right? Just for the fuck of it. And then blast power through and see what blows up. Could do that. Come on, damn it. There we go. Oh, schematic. Now you're getting fancy. All right. Oh, hold on. It's my daughter. I probably gotta go pick her up. Hello. What's up? Oh, you're 10 minutes out now? All right, I'll leave. Thank you. I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Love you. Bye. All right. Well, I guess I gotta go. So I am showing the. I guess that is the transistors, right? So they provide 3.3, right? Oh, yeah, I'll show it on the big screen, but I don't think you're going to see it that well. Uh, oh, I guess you can see it that well. All right. Sorry, I wasn't sure. There you go. Best I could do. If you want to zoom in, let me know. I'll get rid of that. Uh, get rid of that. I could zoom in a little. There we go. Yeah, I gotta go pick her up, but if you, I'll leave that up for a couple of seconds. This way, somebody could figure out what I could do without it. I guess symbol tech maybe, and I'll just let you scan through it real quick. Take a screenshot if you don't mind, and then I'll come back and try to finish her up. See if we could power that baby up. I mean, I would say probably not without that without that transistor. And I'll look around. Maybe I could find something, anything. But if that's providing 3.3, I assume I'm going to need that to provide three. But maybe I could jump it off of another rail at 3.3. That's the only thought I had. Okay, guys, I'll catch you in a bit. I gotta run to pick her up. Have a good one.